Well, hello. Special Thursday video. I'm going to get to one of those videos I promised I would get, and that is my stage bill collection. I keep it in this plastic tote because there is no good size of a page to put them in. I started putting them in pages like 8 by 10, and that just it's too thick to put Playbill in, and it doesn't fit exactly. It does 5 by 7 is a little too small because of the thickness. Also note, good news. I'm going back to work full time. Yay! The pandemic has slowed down enough for my company. So those of you who don't know what I do, I used to be sales for a bus company, same one I'm going back to, but I'm not coming back in sales capacity. I'm coming back as an operations capacity. So it's a bump up for me, which I'm happy for. But I agreed to start in about 2 weeks. I'm not sure. I'll still continue to request things. I always did. Not sure when the videos they're still going to do every Friday, or if I'm going to do more frequent now that I won't be doing a lot of small jobs. But we'll go and see what happens. All right, let me get to this because there's a lot of these. There's more than I thought. And I really should have realized this because yesterday I was requesting some last night. I was looking to see who was back at theaters and requesting a lot of them. And there was a lot that I didn't think I requested, but I did. So, without further ado, we'll start off with Phantom of the Opera at Majestic Theater. Look at all that cast. Big cast there. No real highlights, I think, of that one. I believe right there in the middle is Ben Crawford, who's famous for Phantom. Next one. I'm gonna do this kind of quick because there are so many. I don't want to tie you up for hours on end. Let's see here. Who do we got in the cast on Tina? Oh, same person's played Tina Turner as was before. Adrienne Warren. This is the Tina Turner show. And it's a good one. Like I said, some I are shocked that they set them out because some request money, usually for charity. This one is Laurie Metcalf alone. That is before I learned I could request playbills by the cast. So I requested one from her, and she obliged. So just Laurie Metcalf on that one. Interesting story. True West did a play called Steppenwolf did a play called True West, and it was such a big hit. Here's Laura Linney. My name is Lucy Barton. This play. It was such a big hit, they had to move it out of their theater, Civil Chicago, and find another theater to put it in. So they did. They did the Apollo Theater, which is a theater, I think it's still in business, on Lincoln Avenue. When I was a kid, I used to volunteer usher at the Apollo Theater and see plays. So I went and saw True West, and it was a magnificent play. Beautiful play. In fact, there was just another. The original version was John Malkovich, Gary Sinise, Laurie Metcalf were the primaries. And I think Jeff Perry was in it too as the agent. I'm not positive. But the premise is one brother, played by John Malkovich, is basically a loser. He steals things. He low level criminal. The other brother, Gary Sinise, is a writer, and Gary Sinise gets their mom's house to write a book. He's finishing a book, and their mom's away on vacation, so he's watching their mom's house. John Malkovich shows up, and two of them, of course, don't get along that well. So throughout the play, they change roles, basically. They get a big argument. John Malkovich says, "I bet you came and steal a toaster." Well, second act opens up and there's toasters all over the stage, including, funny story, John Malkovich's character makes toast for Gary Sinise, makes toast for John Malkovich's character. One time when they did that, it started fire. It started smoking. Luckily, the actors noticed and got unplugged it and stuff. But in the second half, John Malkovich has a book idea and ends up stealing Gary Sinise's agent. And then near the end, Gary Sinise, I'm going to tell you the ending, because as far as I know, it's only on VHS. Gary Sinise's agent ends up going with John Malkovich and drops Gary Sinise's book. So Gary Sinise gets very upset and chokes John Malkovich with a phone cord. And while he's choking him, the mom comes home, played by Laurie Metcalf. And she thinks they're just fooling around. So she's, "Stop fooling around, boys." And it ends up in John Malkovich pops up at the end. And you don't know what happens. Does he kill Gary Sinise? Does he beat him up? What? You just don't know. All right, back to the main thing. Roundabout Theater, a soldier's play. Now, this had, as you can see on the cover, there's a lot of good actors. Blair Underwood, David Alan Grier, Nami Ashika, I'm not sure who that is, but Jerry O'Connell, you know him. So, I believe Jerry O'Connell's up there. Blair Underwood, don't know. As you can tell, there's a lot of signatures. Some are more messy than others, so it's kind of hard to tell who's who. All right, let's get back to the speed version. Broadhurst Theater, Jagged Little Pill. There's quite a few signatures on that one. And, I was talking in video recently when I got the other Playbill about, you can get big stars like that on Broadway. Yes, I'm trying to see if Alanis Morissette is on here. I believe that might be her in the corner, but not positive. And you can get big stars on there. So I'm actually going to start. I started got a bunch of pictures to send out. There's some big stars coming up on Broadway. There's a play coming out with Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker, his wife. They are doing Breakfast at Tiffany's, I think. But it's going to open in January. So order their pictures. Next one is Linda Vista. It's a play by Stubwolf, Terry Letts, Stubwolf. And the cast on that one, let's see here. No one of real name or big names. Larry Bull, I think, is someone named, but anyway. Let's see. Got to get another stack out of here. Oh, here's one that doesn't have a lot of names. Oh, there's two. There's three. These are all in order here. This is Lion King. Lion King was a great show. I saw the very first production Lion King in Toronto. it opened. And it was the first time it performed. And the funny thing was, I was with a tour company and had toured to go see Lion King. And we saw it. But, sorry, I'm reading. No one really big. But anyway, that's Lion King. We had more tickets than we thought we would have. We had people. We had about 20 people, and we had 50 tickets. I had 30 extra tickets. And we had row 2, 3, and 4. Here's Frozen from the St. James Theater. And so what I did was, the company owner told me I could do whatever I wanted with tickets. If I want to try to sell them, that's fine. Just don't get arrested and everything. Well, I didn't know what the laws were up there for ticket brokering. So what I did was when we got inside, I looked at the tickets I had left and looked at and put a buffer between my group and whoever else, and went to the very back of the theater, looked for families, and said, here's tickets. And most families were grateful and took it right away. One family really looked at me, thought I was trying to count them out of their tickets. I said, no, I'm not going to. I don't want your tickets. You can hold on to your tickets. So if there's anything wrong, you can move back to your regular seats. But I got a lot of thank yous for them after the show. A lot of kids enjoyed it. This is Playbill, New Amsterdam Theater, Aladdin. Along the side is Jonathan Freeman, who's great at signing for TTM. He signs via the theater. Said to him, if you send him a picture of himself, like I did, he will put a mustache like he plays, the bad guy. Everybody's probably yelling at me right now. They're like, it's Jafar. He plays Jafar. So here's one that's just recently, and sign right across the bottom, David Byrne's American Utopia. And there's David Byrne's signature right there. So there's that one. This one's Wicked at Gershwin Theater. Don't think. Let's see, Michael McCormick. No, this is after the big names left. There's a play coming up. I forget what it's called. It's off Broadway. Here's one from Studio 54. The Sound Inside. There's a little smear on the one autograph. And I just happened to recognize one name in it. Dan Laura, who was the dad in I never watched the show. Oh, this says Mary Louise Parker on it. I think, well, one of those two scribbles. Mary Louise Parker. Dan Laura, he was in the show, I want to say Growing Pains, but that's not right. But anyway, it's coming back on to the shows with Don Cheadle narrating with the little kid. Oh, well. If you know Dan Laura, if not, Lauria, look him up. Here's Book of Mormon. But I looked at him, and then I looked at the other names, and they were all like B and C stars. Like, you would know their faces and you know their names. So I got a bunch of pictures coming for that show. I'm going to get that one. Another one, here's The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson musical. Another, that played, another one has Jeremy Jackson. I think Jeremy Jordan is the name. And he was in Supergirl. So if you didn't get Supergirl, might be able to get him on Broadway. Everybody's probably wondering, where do I go? What do I do? How do I know these people are coming there? I go to Broadway.com and they have all the shows listed. Here's a Playbill from Tootsie. And they have all of them listed. So I go in there, go into more info, and it'll tell you the cast. And then I decide if I want to send any individual pictures. Like here's one. I'm going to send some individual pictures too, but I did get the cast. Ain't Too Proud, The Story of the Temptations, James Harkness, and Jawan Jackson are still in the cast, and they both had different careers. Sure, I did the late night, so I don't remember. I'm not good about remembering. Here's Tony Stone. This looks like an off-Broadway one. It's at the Roundabout at Laura Pell's Theater. Let's see here. Jonathan Burke might be on Ezra Knight. Those are small BC actors. If you're looking for Hollywood, it's a good place for it. Get some big stars, but it's not necessarily 100%. And here's one. Oh, good, Keelan Lamb. I was looking last night. I was wondering if I had her. This is Waitress at the Brooks Atkinson Theater. That was a lively musical. I listen to the soundtrack every once in a while. Here is Chicago, one of the many Broadway renditions of Chicago. Chicago travels around. Different casts. And let's see. Blair Underwood for a while was in the Broadway version. I don't know if he was in this one. Oops. I opened it. It was an ad. It looked like the cast. And it's a Cuba Gooding Jr. I'm like, what? He was in it? Blair Underwood was not. Oh yeah, he was in it. Cuba Gooding Jr. played Billy Flynn. If you know the play, it's the lawyer. All right, now you look. Well, my guess is it's either this one or this down here. I don't know. But somewhere on there is Cuba Gooding Jr. Next one, Come From Away, about the town of Gander, if you ever heard of it. Gander is the largest airstrip and the first airstrip on this side of the Atlantic. So planes, if they have emergency and they pass the halfway point, they go for Gander. They fly into Gander, medical emergencies or whatever, because that's the first place they can land. It's in Canada. It's New Brunswick, I think, Canada. But 9/11, when all planes were grounded, all the international flights were sent to Gander, a lot of them. And needless to say, it's a small town. It's a population of like 500. And they took 3,000 people off the planes. I also want to get 2 copies of it. So, pretty incredible. And that's the musical telling the story of Gander. But they housed, bathed, and fed these people for, I think, a week. Until the airlines could get back up and flying. Alright, here's one. Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Surridge, Hudson Theater. Seawall, A Life. There you go. I would guess that's what. So, there's one I thought I was going to have to do, but it looks like I already did it. Slave Play. And looks like they might have a new cast. Wait. Excuse my. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this still looks like they might have a new cast. So, might have to do it again. Slave Play. It's at the Golden Theater. At least this one was. I don't think it was Golden Theater now. A few more. About 5 more. Here is Mean Girls. Mean Girls is a good play based on the movie. And Erica Hensington, Hensington, she was one of the. She's like a B actress. You know, some of these people might be like Kate Rockwell. The name sounds familiar. A lot. Gotta remember too, Broadway actors, actresses. Some don't want to be on Broadway all their life, and they get discovered there. So you might get a up and coming actor or actress. Here's one that I don't think this is open long. Broadway Theater. King Kong. That. Let's see. No, wait. Casey Garvin. But anyway. 2 more, sorry. The Play That Goes Wrong at the New World Stages. And it was oh, I'm looking at the wrong play. Oh yeah, there it is. Jonathan Harris is he looks familiar. Okay, last but not least, and I apologize because I know I have a Chris Evans, Tom Hiddleston, but I guess they're still in my book, so if I remember, I'll pull them out and show them when I show the Star Trek one. And this one, Helen Hayes Theater, What the Constitution Means to Me. So, there's my Playbill collection. Just to give you an idea of what you just saw. Oh, weak. Bending one. There they are. So quite a few playbills. I sent out 6 requests last night. I know it was 6 because I printed out 6 letters. My computer is in my bedroom. So what I do is something like closing the plastic box, something like that, where the letters say the same. You know, I have changed whatever. I print out a bunch before my wife goes to bed because after she goes to bed, I can't use the printer because it's pretty loud and she has to go to work in the morning. My wife's the type that needs a lot of sleep, so she might go to bed at 10 o'clock my time. Whereas I don't go to bed till midnight or 1 in the morning. And we get up same time. But I can function fine on 5 hours, 6 hours sleep. I say it's about to yawn. Reason being, last night I went to bed at 2:30, got up 6:30. So I only got 4 hours sleep last night, so that was not good. But anyway, there you go. So that's the Playbills. Sorry. There was something I was going to tell you about Playbills. I can't remember what. Some of them coming up, and you can do research on Broadway.com. Matthew Broderick, Sarah Jessica Parker, Jeremy Jordan, Dan Laura, Ivy, something Ivy. She's from another world. She's an older actress. Another one, older actress. Oh, shoot, I can't remember the name now. An old actress. She had a small role in Hill Street Blues, Columbo. She did a bunch of 70s shows, 70s, 80s shows. She's going to be on Broadway. Some coming up. Macbeth. Daniel Craig. And I forgot who the other star is in it. Felicia Rashad. I can't say her name. Anyway, Mrs. Cosby. She's going to be on. She starts in November, December, somewhere in that range. Um, oh man, I know there's some other ones I saw. I was looking through last night. I can't remember. But if you go on Broadway.com, look through the theaters. Uh, don't just look at the big productions. Look at the little productions too, because a lot of these stars do smaller shows. For example, the Sarah Jessica Parker one, or Louise Parker. She was a smaller show. Seawall, the one I got Jake Gyllenhaal, it was a short run. It was only 3 weeks or a month was the length of it. Oh, Jennifer Nettles, she's coming up. Reba McEntire's been on Broadway. So, anyway, that's all I got for you. Enjoy.